We are alive. Hello. Let me see. Hello, Rana. Rana Wonder Boy. Oh, okay. Oh, you are in early. Hi. Are you a father? If you are a father, then happy Father's Day. Okay. If you are now joining, please just let us see your presence in the comment section. And this live is going to be very quick. We want to say happy Father's Day to all fathers in the house. And if you have any question, let us know that in the comment section so that we'll make sure we address the question before we leave. This live is going to be about 1.5 minutes. Then hours, yes, hours. Then after that, we are done. Yes, so please let us know that. Is the volume okay? Is the audio okay? Can you hear our voice? If you can hear, please just type I. Yeah. If you can hear, you type I. Yes, so we have some few questions we need to answer. Let's see. But all that one, group one. Oh, okay. Yes, so we have some few questions we need to answer.
Okay.
Yes, so let's start addressing those questions then, or we should wait for like 5 minutes. How many people do you have on the live? You have two. Yes, so please make sure you smash the like button when you join. Okay, so we have some few questions we need to address while we wait for others or the others to join. Okay, so one is not a question, but I'm so happy to see this post on under one of our posts. That's from Odro Yao LB said, "Thanks, Debbie. Your videos inspired me to venture into this business. It really pays. I will invite you to my farm one day." This is a gentleman that posted his farm, the harvesting video we made on the maize farm. And when I saw that video, I was so happy about that. Yeah. Okay, so Drew, congratulations. We'll definitely want to meet you one day or see you in your farm one day. When you're ready, just invite us and we'll come. Okay, so let's look at some of the questions. The one I have not responded. Okay, so that's from we have a Rana Wonder Boy. He said hi from India. So hi from Ghana. Then we have let me see um, from Lawet Lawe Lawete Francis. And the name is very long. I can't mention all. So Lawete Francis Francis D Note. Okay. He said, please, I want to ask, what's the best variety of maize for corn silage?
Variety of means for corn silage.
Yeah.
I don't know as what you want to mean. I don't know whether you want to package the corn when you see like the OPV that we do. I don't know if that is what he's talking about.
Okay.
But if that is what he's talking about,
Mhm.
we have variety like Obatampa, Omankwa, Abontem, and you cannot use your own corn to do that unless you go to PPRA, the register, they will give you what is called foundation seed.
Oh, okay.
And that is what you can use. You can use the foundation seed for the seed so that you can seal it and you can sell. And even for that one, unless you register as a seed grower, we have an association called National Seed Trade Association. Unless you pass that process. But other Obatampa or Omankwa or Abontem, you can use that corn for that silage. Yeah, but unless you pass through process and see that you qualify, before because what they need is a certified seed. Yes,
Oh,
that's
okay.
what he's talking about.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So now let's look at the second question. We also have Kwabina Fatao. You're welcome. Okay, so we'll answer your question very soon. So we have another person said, Mana for real. Said, please help me with rough estimate for 50 acres of maize. I mean cost.
The cost of maize, I think we've done it in one of our videos, but for the benefit of question and answering,
Yeah.
um, 1 acre will cost around from 3,500 to 4,000.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to go into 50 acres and you pick the 4,000, then you multiply the 4,000 by what? 50.
Mm.
So you need 200,000 before you can go to
200,000 Ghana
200,000
cedis.
Ghana cedis.
Okay.
But if you pick 3,500 before you go into 50 acres of maize.
Okay.
Yeah,
So we'll bring you the breakdown in one of our videos. We'll
yeah.
do a video specifically for this year's maize farming. So if you are still not okay with it, then you wait for that video. Then he said, the manner for real again said, please kindly ask him that if all the cultural practices are being observed, how many bags of maize will an acre of land produce? Because I am really planning to come home to do 50 acres of maize. I'm so happy to hear that. Yes, so if all the cultural practices has been observed, how many bags should we be expecting from 50? I think for that we can't do the 50 for you. We'll just do an acre for you so that you can multiply that by the 50, right?
For OPV, you can get 9 to 12 bags.
Okay.
But for hybrid, maybe 12 to 20 bags.
Mm,
Some you can get 15 bags, 18 bags, 10 bags, even 10 bags,
okay.
depending on, as he said, the culture practices. And the
Mm,
land is very important, the fertility of the land.
okay.
So if you're able to apply the right NPK, you give the maize the right nutrient, and
Mm-hmm.
also in Ghana, our agric is rain fed, so that rainfall too is a major factor. So if
Okay.
you can get 15 20 bags, so if you
Okay.
get 15 bags per acre, then you multiply by maybe 10 acres, and you get maybe 150 bag. And this bag that we are talking about is not, it's not 50 kilo bags that we are talking about. We are
Mm-hmm.
talking about 150 kilo bags or 100 kilo bags, because in some places the market women use size 5 sack, which is equivalent to 150 kilos, some equivalent to 100 kilos, depending on how they bag it. So that it's not 50 kilo bags. We are talking about other 150 kilo bags. Thank you. 50 kilo bags. Thank you.
Well, that's manna for real. Then we have Asantua Francisca. He said, good education. Please kindly ask him on how to control army worms. I'll be going to maize farming next year at Achimweji. Make sure you invite me
Oh,
to
that's good.
come to your farm.
In fact, I like women in farming.
Yeah.
We have one of our subscribers is a pharmacist
Okay.
in Kumasi. She's in Sapoma, or the name I can't remember.
Mm.
Yes, this year he had done a great job.
In fact, a lot of
Uh,
people have sent me messages and
yes.
just that we couldn't share. I can't share all on the community
Oh,
tab,
that's
but
good.
I like
So,
the way everybody
my
wants to
sister,
go into
armyworm
farm.
control is very simple,
Yeah.
but it's also delicate. Depending on the time you start. You see, 2 weeks after germination,
Hmm.
when you are about to apply your fertilizers or weed control,
Okay.
you have to monitor the maize and see if there is any electric cause of damage. Then don't sit down for the armyworm to control the farm before you control them. You have to start early. So we have preventive measures. For the
Mm.
preventive measures, 2 to 3 weeks, either there is armyworm or no armyworm,
Hmm.
you apply armyworm insecticide.
Oh, okay.
And we have
So,
a lot of types.
okay. So,
Yeah.
okay, let's top up with this person's question that you mentioned that. So, That's Prince J. He said, please can you ask him what are some of the insecticide for to kill armyworms?
For armyworm, we have a lot of most about 80% of the insecticides can kill armyworms.
Okay.
But it depends on the cause of damage and also the time that you spray. You see, when you talk of chemicals, we have a lot of chemicals from different companies. And
Okay.
this program, in fact, we cannot do advert for any company. But what we can do is the active ingredients.
Okay.
So when you get chlorpyrifos is good. You can use chlorpyrifos to control armyworm. You can also use lambda cyhalothrin to control armyworm. You can use dimetrid to control armyworm. The best one, you can use imametin to control armyworms.
Armyworms. Okay. Okay. So I hope your question has been answered. Let's move to the next question. So we have Kwabena Fatal. He said, please, is Opebro, that's the name, right?
Yes.
Good variety for farming.
Opebro is a good variety. Let me talk of Opebro.
Okay.
Opebro is a local hybrid. I think it started last year or last 2 years in the Volta region. And they were planning to come out with a hybrid because you see in Ghana, all the hybrids that we are using here is imported from other South Africa, Malawi, or other countries. Other countries. So MUFA and other partners were trying to come out with a hybrid, which is Opebro. And to come out with a hybrid, it takes you almost 5 to 6 years. Okay. So when Opebro came about 2 years ago, we tried it and it's good. And the tester is small, and Ghanaians, they are comparing, oh, this one is small, but it's very good for food. A lot of people too likes. Because of that, in fact, last year and this year, I've not seen Opebro in the system, but it's very, very good. And we have to encourage your, even I'm trying that maybe next year or two, I'll try to develop a local hybrid. Okay. Because the hybrid that we are importing is too much. The import situation is too much. As I'm speaking now, Pioneer, it's very expensive, but we are not getting because it's imported. But if you try our local hybrid here, by 5 years to come, it also be like the one that we are importing from South Africa and other countries.
Okay. I have a testimony to share. He said, that's Jake Kim. He said, just last month, we got 60,000 Ghana cedis from 1 acre of farm. That's 60 bags. And some colleagues got 70 bags per bag. You know what he's talking about?
He's talking about the raw one.
Cabbage.
It's cabbage, yes. Yes.
Congratulations. I'll come for my share.
Yes.
Then let's look at okay, this lady asked this question, said, I thought that's Rosemary.
Yeah.
Said, I thought nitrogen is for leaves. Please, how will it help in maize to produce good seed in 8 weeks? I don't know why she said 8 weeks, but okay. How will the nitrogen help?
He said nitrogen is for leaves.
Yeah.
And maize too is a leaf, but only that it bear fruits.
Okay.
Yeah, and we said that nitrogen is one of the nutrients. And you pick a plant nutrient, you get nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium.
Okay.
And I said that when you are going to cereal crops like maize, rice, you need a lot of nitrogen. Okay. So you pick the NPK with the highest nitrogen, like 23.5, 20.10. Have you seen? Very good. So we didn't mention that only nitrogen. Okay. And I also said in one of our videos that which is when the maize is about to tassel, you apply urea or ammonia, and urea is 46% nitrogen, and ammonia is 21% nitrogen, and that one will help the maize because at that time the maize need a lot of nitrogen so that it will boost the yield. That is why the nitrogen too is important and in any good land. When you test the land, the nitrogen content is higher than the other content.
Oh, okay. Okay. So somebody asked a question about cashew. Okay. That's watering of cashew. They asked, do you have to continue to water them every day for the duration of 4 to 5 years?
Is it talking about the seedlings or?
The seedling, when you transplant it and it
starts growing, you have to no. If you want to go into cashew production, although it's not that.
Yeah,
I
we'll do it
think
later.
within the near future we'll come there.
Yeah.
But if you want to go into
Hi, Isaac. You're welcome.
if you want to go into cashew production,
Mhm.
seedlings, we have to either you transplant the seedlings or you sow the seedlings direct
Yes.
and you peg it.
Okay.
When it germinates, or if you transplant and you start around, it should start around May, June when it is raining.
Mhm.
So after 2 3 months, when it gets roots, unless fire,
Mhm.
yes, unless fire, you can leave it for 3 4 5 years. Although in the dry season, it will be like it's dying, but it will not die. What cashew need is farm sanitation.
Okay.
It should be clear, you get enough air, then it will not die. Not every day that you know in Ghana rainy season when you start maybe April, May, June, July, August, September, it will be raining. Only maybe November, December, January, February. About 3 4 months that we don't get
Mm.
the rain.
Okay.
Uh,
So you don't need to water it throughout.
every day.
Mhm. Okay.
Then to be a tedious way.
Okay. So let's see. We have another question. It said we should do something on sorghum or beans. We that's then there's no name user something like that. Said when are you doing something on sorghum or beans farming? We just posted a video on beans farming. So if you haven't watched it, you can watch it after uh, ending or watching this live stream. You can go and watch it. Okay, so with the sorghum, we'll still plan around it, right?
Yeah, we plan
Okay.
around it.
Okay, so let's see. We have another question here. It's very important. Um, okay, so somebody asked this question. Said, "Do armyworm attack the maize all the time? I have sown for 5 weeks now, but I haven't seen any sign of armyworm. That is why I'm asking. Like, so since we said it's
Mm.
always attacked by armyworm, she have not
Uh,
seen any sign.
it's a good question. We have some places when you even plant maize, you will not see anywhere.
Mm,
And when it is raining like that, you see, everywhere, as I said, it start with maybe X, then it come into lava stage. So when it is raining, when they rain X, then the rain will wash the X away.
okay,
So when it rains continuously, everywhere control is very simple. At times maybe you not even get the anywhere.
okay. So
Yeah.
there is Lawete Francis D. Norte. Yes, I've been able to mention the name. Said, please, there's this weed with a root like tiger nut. How do I eradicate this weed?
That's the stubborn weed. The one the root is like tiger nut.
Mm,
If you have such a land and you want to go into other vegetables or maize, I advise you use pre-emergence herbicides. When I say pre-emergence herbicides, when you plow the land and you sow the maize,
mm-hmm.
the next day you spray,
Okay.
or immediately you plow the land,
Mm-hmm.
you spray before you sow.
Okay.
That one is pre-emergence.
Mm.
And what it does is it kills the seed of the wheat. So the seed will not germinate.
Oh, okay.
For that one, maybe you'll be free.
Mm.
Apart from that, when you want to use post-emergence herbicides, I don't know whether if you plant maize, you have to use a selective. For that one, if the weed starts, get 1 or 2 3 leaves, then you use the herbicides. For that one, the selective can kill the weeds and the roots. But when the root, when the seed, when the weed get about 4 or 5 leaves and get a stem like this, it will be very difficult. When you spray the herbicides will kill the weeds on the stem, but it will leave the stem. It cannot kill the stems to the roots. So that's the best way you can control weeds. Don't sit down
Okay.
for the weeds to grow
Mm.
before you apply herbicides.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have another question from Humphrey. Humphrey Naughty
Yeah.
said, thanks for this program. Please, how do you control weeds with weedicide. When you do intercropping, that is maize, groundnut, and cowpea.
Intercropping is not all that. It depends on the crops that you combine.
Okay, so he
If
said he is talking about groundnut, cowpea.
crops that you combine.
Okay, so he
If
said he is talking about groundnut, cowpea, and maize.
how do you want to I'll answer his question.
Okay.
I also ask a question. How do you want to plant maize, cowpea, and groundnut at the same land? Because all the crops they have different behaviors. You know, cowpea and groundnut, they have a canopy,
Okay.
and maize don't have a canopy. Even if the maize is about to tassel, you see all the let me see, the flower will also fall on the drop on
Yeah.
the this. But in any case, if you want to do intercropping, the best way is to use the pre-emergence herbicides, because
Okay.
we don't have any selective that can leave the
Beans.
beans and at the same time leave the maize. No, 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 no. We have selective for maize, selective for cowpea, and maybe selective. You can use selective for cowpea for groundnuts in
Okay.
some cases, because
Okay.
they all have broad leaves.
Mm.
But if you go maize, any selective for maize will kill
The-
the groundnuts and the cowpea,
Okay.
and any selective for cowpea will also kill the maize.
Oh,
And that's
okay.
how it works.
So it's
So,
not
Mr.
possible.
Humphrey, if you want to do that,
Humphrey.
you have to use the pre-emergence herbicide. As
Okay.
I when you plow or prepare the land, then you spray.
Okay.
When you do that intercropping, then even the weeds will not come.
Mm.
Even if the weeds will come, there will be some months, but then maybe the crops have grown.
Mm. So when you do the pre-emergence after plowing,
Yes,
how many days? Or
after,
is it just after plowing?
if you want to plant maybe within this week,
Mm.
and you plow your land tomorrow. If it's maize and this thing, you can plant the maize tomorrow or the next day. As soon as you plant, the next day you apply the
The pre-emergence.
pre-emergence. If you like to, as soon as you plow the land, you
Mhm.
apply the pre-emergence
Okay, before
before
planting.
planting.
Oh, okay.
Because it's very good for cabbage and this vegetables, that
Mm.
pre-emergence. Because the cabbage and the weed control is very difficult unless you use manual, use hoe to weed.
Oh,
And
okay.
that one too is the best weed control system. But only that, if the farm is big, you cannot use that culture method.
Oh, okay. So Mr. Humphrey, any word you might. Okay, so we have another question from Lawete. Oh no, is it the same person? No, Constant Boydo said how many liters of lambex is required for 1 acre?
Lambdas, 1 liter is good for 1 acre. Can even spray more than 1 acre.
Okay.
But it depends on the level of the crop.
Okay.
If the crop has grown and have a lot of leaves and canopy,
Mm-hmm.
you cannot use 5 tanks to spray 1 acre.
Okay.
But if the crop is young, you can even use 5 tanks to spray 1 acre. And every machine, 16 or 15 liters,
Mm-hmm.
is about 30 to 100 mils
Okay.
of lambdas.
Okay.
I said 30 to 100 mils because the least one, if
Mm.
the plants are very young, you use just 30 mils.
Oh, okay.
But if they have gone up or the damage is too much, if it's armyworm,
Mm-hmm.
then you need about maybe 50 to 100 mils per 1 massa, which is the 60 liters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So please, is the volume okay? If it's clear, just let me know that in the comment section. We want to make sure it's clear and loud so that everybody can be able to follow the discussion. Okay, so we have the name said Akokrapiao. Okay, so the question is, it said great information on the use of herbicide. For your information, I would like to plant orange seedlings on my farm
Yeah.
and would like to spray triclin broad spectrum weedicide before transplanting the seedlings. How many days after spraying the triclin can I plant my seedlings? I look forward to your response. Thank you.
Okay, tracking. It's a herbicide.
Okay.
It's a selective herbicide for maize.
Mm,
That is one point.
okay.
And it kills broadleaves and grasses.
Okay.
So if you want to use it, you are not using it as a selective. It's
Okay.
good that you say that you want to transplant,
Okay.
but also see to it that the leaves have not grown too much. Because tracking, you have atrazine and licosopron and menstruum, which is good to control about 80% of the weeds.
Okay.
But notwithstanding that, when the weeds grow too much too,
Mm-hmm.
it will when you apply it, it will kill the weeds from 1 week going. It can take about 3 weeks to 4 weeks, but it
Mm-hmm.
will kill the weeds to the root.
Okay.
But in any case, when you spray after 1 week, you can do your transplanting.
Transplanting.
But if you want a herbicide that you can spray before you transplant your orange, tracking is good. But when we go to we receive the video of the weeds or the video of the farm. So when we see the type of weeds there, we can recommend the herbicides that can
Mm.
control it to your expectation.
Oh, okay, because he has asked the same question. He has
Yeah.
said it will also be very appreciated if you can suggest more appropriate herbicide to use in controlling weeds on the land. That's therefore transplant before transplanting the orange seedlings. Yeah,
Oh,
so I
that's good.
think Mr. Wachi said he will not be able to recommend particular herbicide for you. You have to take a video of it so that you know which one, uh, or right,
Yeah, if
which herbicide to recommend
yes,
for you.
even
So,
now our subscribers who are commercial farmers that we are dealing with,
mm,
if they want selective for maize, most of them I receive the video of the farm
okay,
and see the type of
which
weeds
you have they have
they
there.
have before I give them the selective. Because there are some weeds that you maybe you have to even combine two, maybe 2,4-D plus nicotophenol. There are some weeds that you have to use only atrazine. So
Mm,
before I can do any prescription, let me use that word, unless I see or
a
I get the
video.
video of the
Mm,
farm, because I want to be right.
okay.
Farming is very expensive.
Mm,
Uh, one of the customer called me. Um, he was complaining that, oh, his guys destroy his farm. They just told him that, oh, the maize is about to use it. They bought some other chemicals and uh, how to the dosage, I think the dosage exceeded.
mm.
So after spraying, some of the maize, you see, got burned.
Oh, okay.
That is why it's
You have
advisable
to get a video
to
first.
get a video before
You can be able to
I can
recommend.
give you recommend. Yeah.
Okay, so Benjamin, Benjamin Yakola Labi. Hey, he said, please, what's the selective herbicide for cassava and the dosage to use? Hello, good evening.
Selective herbicide for
Cassava.
cassava.
So,
Um,
you can talk to him.
okay.
Yeah, so the cassava.
Please, you are welcome. We are doing some live streaming YouTube for our farmers. Okay. That is why we are busy here. Can you help me, boss? Okay. Yeah, I saw you. Okay, okay, that's good. I'm a farmer. Oh, that's good. Then from tomorrow go, anytime you can pass here. Yeah, you need the warranty boot. It's very nice. But you don't have the small one, my sister. Next time I'll buy small one for you. That's good.
Okay, so
You said selective for
cassava.
cassava. Cassava too, we have maybe atrazine. We have selective for cassava.
Okay.
But we have the ways that we apply it.
Mm,
Being yam and cassava, you can use some selective. But we have the stage and the type of herbicides and the method that we have to use. Okay.
then somebody asked this question. Said that's Miss Queasy.
Yeah.
Said about she needs the distance of planting maize so that she can be able to achieve 20,000 plants per acre.
The maize is I said 75 centimeters by 25 centimeters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
With that, she can be able to achieve that target.
Exactly.
Okay.
You ask our farmers, most of them
Mm,
they are doing well.
Okay, so let's see. I have another question. Uh, let me see. Okay, let's move to this place. Said I'm using Kwabena Fatal said I'm using Opere Brew this year. What's the total fertilizer NPK needed for 5 acres?
Okay, Kobe, Fatah, well done for using a Bible. It's good. 1 acre of means you need 2 bags of AMPK. So if you are going to 5 acres, then you multiply 2 by 5, which is what? 10 bags.
Mm,
So you need 10 bags of AMPK for um, 5 acres,
mhm,
which is 2 bags per 1 acre.
mhm.
That is MPP. Yeah. But when the maize is about to tassel and you want to apply fertilizer in the second place, you use other ammonia or urea, and that one is 1 bag per acre.
Okay.
So in all, you need 3 bags of fertilizers for 1 acre of maize.
Okay.
So the 5 bags, so 5 acres, you need 15 bags, which
Mm,
is 10 bags, 2 bags per 1 acre of MPK, and then the second application to 5 bags of other ammonia or urea.
okay. So let's look at Isaac. Said, good evening.
When you are using NPK, when you are using urea, it's half dose of ammonia.
It depends. You
What I
can,
mean is that if you are using sulfate of ammonia, it's 1 bag. If you are using urea, you can use half bag of urea and it will still give you the same result
okay, okay.
as 1 bag of
Ammonia. Okay,
Hmm?
go on.
Said, good evening and thanks for your work. Last time on your cabbage farming video, you said the total cost for 10 acres was 40,000. Would be 45,000. Can you give me an estimate of how much should be put aside if I want to hire someone to manage the farm? This one is agreement with the person.
Yeah, this one is based on agreements. It's based on agreements. If you pay, it depends. If you pay the person maybe 500 cedis a month or 700 cedis a month, cabbage maybe 3 months, then be 1,500.
Mm,
But it depends on the agreement. Maybe you provide food for the person, you provide accommodation. So I'll give you 500 cedis a month. Or if I harvest the cabbage, I'll give you so much. It's based on agreement.
yeah. Okay. Then said, how much can one cycle cost to hire someone to manage the entire thing, including the sale? Yeah, so that's the agreement.
That's the
That's the same
agreement
thing.
based on agreement.
Yeah, because it's not specific. We don't have specific. Is it
Yeah, if you like to,
the
as I
business?
said, you can employ an agronomist or a farm manager.
That's what
Uh,
he's talking about.
but for that one, it's a matter of employment agreement.
Yes,
We cannot
have a
have
specific.
specific. Yeah.
Yeah, because it very complete. Some people would say I will take 1,000 cities, 500 cities, 2,000 cities, depending on the individual and the level of education. Sometimes with
And
that power high,
yes,
like
and
I
even,
said.
even even what some of the farmers in the southern part do, maybe they will go. They have a friend in the northern region. They will go and they will get some workers to come and work for them
And
after
they
the
pay them
season
off.
based on agreement. Then they pay them off. So when it comes to labor issue, it's not constant. Somehow that happens.
Mm. I think we have exhausted
But
almost
in
all
any
of
case, if you employ a labor, it's better. You have to also visit the farm occasionally to see what is going on.
Okay. Any other question? We've gone for 34 minutes. So we have about
Another, at least
30 minutes,
another 30 minutes.
yeah, to go.
Someone asked question about
Mhm.
killing.
Yes.
Good.
Akokrapia said, he didn't ask a question, it was a comment.
There's a comment.
Yes.
Let's see.
Let me have it. Thank you.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Then
Said,
Yeah, some artists are better.
said,
15 cities per kilo.
said, please, I think, where did he ask that question?
He said, if I quite remember, he said
Okay.
the this thing
It's
that we
here.
used to kill the pests.
The rabbit and the
It's not
a
human.
toxic, yes. Okay. So let me see. I have a question here again. Said after maize, that's God, Ashiagbo. Yeah, I think that's the name. Said after maize, between cowpea, okra, and cabbage, which is better for the soil? Wadua maize. After maize, no.
Oh, then
You want
cowpea.
to do rotation, crop
Yeah,
rotation.
cowpea.
Okay.
Cowpea is good.
Why?
Okra too is good.
Why?
Yeah. Because I said the cowpea has a lot of nitrogen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you cultivate a cowpea,
Mm-hmm.
for the next one you can do the same maize.
Oh, okay. So we give the soil a lot of nitrogen.
Yes.
Okay. So let's
I
see.
think enough to.
Hello, Letitia. You're welcome. Then we have Isaac again. Can all of this be done from abroad? The entire thing. So Isaac is asking the same question.
Yeah.
Like he wants to go into cabbage. I think he's talking about the cabbage farming.
Okay.
And he's asking whether he can be there and be farming here.
Oh yeah, you can do that. But um, unless you come down once and you sit down for the person that you want to
Mm,
maybe do that partnership with the
wait.
person, because if it depends. If Isaac is having, maybe I have a land at this place and I want to do this, or maybe I want so much people to do this. For that, because of business that we are doing, if you can get people fun. But me personally, I give advice. If you like, occasionally I go and visit for the farm for you, but I will not get time for
Mhm.
that work. And also, I don't normally recommend people for people. If you employ the person, I will train him for you.
Mm.
Yeah, that is what
You train the person
I
for.
will train you. Maybe if you have a farm manager, and you want the farm manager to follow maybe some good practices or something from Japan. And also the type of seed that you are going to use, when and how you are going to transplant and do all this. If I'm available, maybe I can get someone to help you. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yes, so we also have somebody talking about liquid fertilizer for maize farming. This
Yeah.
Idris
Yeah.
Abdullahi said, what about liquid fertilizer for maize farming?
Yes, as I said the last time, liquid fertilizers are very good, but it's a booster. You cannot substitute liquid fertilizer with inorganic fertilizers. That's the NPKs and the ammonia and the ureas.
Okay.
Yes, it's good. But what liquid fertilizer do is, maybe when you are applying everywhere insecticide, as I always say, you can add a liquid fertilizer. You see, the work of a liquid fertilizer is like a black tonic. You see, in the human system, you eat all right. You eat your food with the energy, with carbohydrate, with your protein, vitamins, and but at times you buy a black tonic to boost your system.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that is what a liquid fertilizer. Because
Mm.
you cannot substitute liquid fertilizer. Oh, I will apply liquid fertilizer alone. I will not apply NPKs. Fine, if the land is a virgin land in a forest area, maybe you can get the area. But the idea is you cannot substitute liquid fertilizer with these NPKs.
Oh, okay. So that one is just like a
It's a
booster.
booster. It's very
Oh,
good,
okay.
and it make the farm very good. When you
Mojadro,
when you enter the farm, you apply
like a supplement.
NPKs, and
Yeah.
also you apply liquid fertilizer like a supplement, as you said.
Mhm.
When you get to the farm, you'll be very happy. But it's not advisable to use the liquid fertilizer alone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so hi Letitia, thanks for joining. Then we have Gad Ashiabo. He said, which of the three is more profitable?
Mhm.
I think the question he asked
Okay.
about the maize,
Uh-huh.
the crop rotation,
You talk about the
right?
maize. I saw
I'm
cowpea there.
coming. We have after maize
Mhm.
between cowpea, okra, and cabbage.
Mhm.
So he said, which one is more profitable? Mm,
Profits.
I don't know if what that's what he means.
Okay, let's assume that he's talking about maize, cowpea, okra, and cabbage. Maize is profitable, but the cost is high.
Okay.
Cowpea is profitable, the cost is somehow low.
But
Cabbage,
the harvesting is quite
quite
tedious.
difficult. Cabbage is also profitable. If the cabbage will be the best if you have time, but cabbage need a lot of time,
Attention.
attention, because the pest control is not easy. But if you are able to do two, it's a profitable business. So all these three crops are good. But when it comes to crop rotation, anytime you plant maize, you have to plant cowpea
Mm.
so that the next season you can also plant maize.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Then, that's the question. Zako Krapio said, I'm sorry, but the practice of baiting rabbits, bears, and other animals to eat toxic or insecticide treated seeds to kill them is inhuman or inhuman.
Oh, yeah, it's good. It's talking about humanity, but it's good. But in life, even what's the name? The person who asked the question or who is
Akokrapia.
yeah, Akokrapia. You know, if you harvest a plantain to enjoy your maybe ampesi or food, you have also caused harm because they are all living things. Now, isn't it not true?
It's true.
The trees that we cut as fire, they are all living things as the best. And when you go to animal kingdom, we have a lot of animals. We have antelopes, we have tigers, we have a lot of. But you see, when a lion gets an antelope, it's a food.
Okay.
So for if you want to be human, you see, you are controlling the pests, and the pests are living things. So by all means, they will die because they are in the farm. They are in the land. They are in the forest. So as soon as you go there, you go and meet them, and you prevent them from not destroying your food. So if you sit down for all the pests, this rats, partridge, and all grass cutters to destroy all the farm in Ghana or in Africa or in the world, what are we going to eat? Are we not also going to die? If you don't eat, you also die.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of survival of the fittest, elimination of the weakest. So that's how it goes.
Elimination of
Of the weakest. Elimination
Okay,
of the weakest. Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's the survival of the fittest.
Okay, said
Yes.
Isaac Eros, right? He said, I don't have the land yet. I'll rent it as it was part of your budget. And I'll do as you said and come once then hire a manager. So I should prepare the entire for 40,000 plus, let's say 10K for what?
Thank,
Right?
thank
10K
you.
for what?
Thank you for
Misk, or right? I don't know the misk, please. I don't
10K
understand.
is talking about 10,000 or
Yes.
ask the question again.
He said he doesn't have the land
Yeah.
yet, and I will rent it as it was part
In the
of your
budget.
budget. I
Okay.
think budget is not
Yeah, yeah, okay.
the renting can.
Okay.
And all I'll do as you said,
Mm-hmm.
you said, come once, then hire a manager. So as you should, so I should prepare the entire 40,000
Uh-huh.
plus.
Oh, okay. See, for 10K, he's talking about 10 acres. So 10
Yes.
acres. 10 acres, right? Yes, yes. That is the budget. If you have 40,000, you can do 10 acres. Yes.
Okay, so I think you have a follow-up question here. Said
Uh-huh.
also about the market.
Yeah.
Could there be an issue after harvest? I mean, is there always
For the maize, the market is there. Yes. With that, there will be maybe a
I
price
think he talked
fluctuation.
about wasn't me that he was talking about.
I think so. Once you mention 10
It
acres,
was
I
cabbage.
think no.
It was cabbage that he was talking about.
I was talking about cabbage.
Is there always
Cabbage
market?
to the market is there. It's only that depends on the time that you harvest. Apart from the price, all the crops you get market. But only the price fluctuates. Maybe from time to time, from season to season, a demand and supply. When there is enough cabbage in the system, the price will go.
But definitely you'll be able to sell.
Yes, you'll be able to
sell
sell.
them.
Yes.
Okay. Because I remember I interviewed one cabbage farmer and I was asking him how he get the market. He said that where they are so to farm they will bring
They
you come to
they
the
will
farm
come
and
to the
then
farm and harvest.
and buy from you there. So I was asking him about a new farmer like me. I don't have any money. He was like, oh, just connect to the existing ones in the system and they will be able to get some of their customers for you.
Yes.
That's how they do it.
So for the vegetables, you don't have to. If you can produce, if you can do organic farming, you can get these big supermarkets. Yeah, supermarket and these malls to buy.
Okay. This year I'll be going to cabbage farming, so I'll share my market experience with you. I've never seen already, so it's about
It's
2
what
weeks
you are
now.
going to eat or what you are going to
Oh
sell.
no, this one is for commercial.
It's a commercial.
Yes,
Oh,
commercial.
then I eat.
Yeah, so it said and this thing is coming. Said we have hmm, Fort Dan, please, I can't mention the name. IBS Limited.
Yes, that will
Aha. Hi, how many bags of 2 kg hybrid, is it hybrid? Hybrid maize
Yes,
would will be needed to plant 5 acres of
land.
land?
My brother, IBS Limited, um, 10 kilos, as you said, 10 kilos is good for 1 acre. So if you want to go into, you say how many acres? 5, then you need 50 kilos. So when it's 2 kg, every 5 2 kg is 10 kilo, and it's for 1 acre.
Yeah.
That's how you should calculate it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the 2 kg 5 is 1 acre. Even when you use planter and maybe use one per hole, it will be less than that. But we assume that 10 kilo is for 1 acre.
No, okay.
So if the maize is packaged in 2 kilos, then you need the 2 kilo 5.
Oh, okay.
2 kilo 5, which is equivalent to 10
Mm.
10 kilos. When it's a bag in 5 kilos, you need a 5 kilo 2, which is equivalent to what, 10 kilos.
10 kilos.
And if it's bag in 10 kilos, then you need a 10 kilo 1 bag
Oh, okay. For the
for 1 acre.
for 1 acre. So you multiply that
By 5.
by 5. Okay, I've got it miscellaneous. Okay. So he said because Isaac still is still the one commenting here.
Yeah.
He said because I won't be the one taking care of it. It will probably be the manager. Yeah, so this manager thing, sometimes I feel like the person also need to be involved because
Yeah.
no matter how human beings are, some people cannot be trusted. And if you leave your investment into somebody's hand, maybe you might not get it the way you want it.
But if you have even if you have a farm manager, that's why I said occasionally
You have to come.
you have to calm down. And if you like Osborne farming, we are maybe organization which go into farming. Then if you can based on agreement on paper, we want to go into 50 acres.
Okay.
Then I know that is a partnership.
Mm.
Maybe you are partner with Osborne Enterprise.
Okay.
We are going into 40 acres. When we go into 40 acres, this is our budget. This will come. So for that one, although you are not here, you need to take part. But you invest. Have you seen? So after harvesting, this is the investment.
Yes.
Now maybe this is the profit. Are we going to share the profit 50 by 60, 50, 20 by 50? Then you come with a ratio. That one is a partnership.
Oh, okay.
But if you have your land and you want someone to do it for you, we can even monitor for you. But it's not everything that we can do for you.
Okay.
And that's how.
That services will be at a cost.
At a
because
cost.
the
Because if even some farm managers, they will manage the farm, but maybe they don't know all the practices. So still, you have to treat them. And one thing about this farm management thing is that you're not there. I have a testimony. A lot of people in the Europe and US, they are interested in doing farming. They are not there. Maybe it will be maybe even close relatives. How many bags? Oh, I've applied fertilizer. Everything is going on, but physically you go there. It's not like what he's saying.
Yes.
And that's why at times you don't recommend
Yeah.
people for
If I
doing
had
that
people,
because
so many people
and they
asking
are
me to
asking,
get
oh,
farm
our
managers,
subscribers, we
but
are very sorry that we are
it's
not provide. Not that we don't have, a lot of people, but the
the
way
trust.
the trust is not there because this our work we are doing with trust. It's
Yeah.
not because of money. All the cost that we are incurring is our own pocket money. We are not getting any sponsorship anywhere. So we want agri, we want the youth to enter into agri. We want to show the world that farming is also a business, so that if you don't have maybe a work in the public sector, you just sit down there to have not working. That is why we are all educated, we are all working, but we are all still in farming. We
Mhm.
want to prove to people that farming too is a business.
Yeah.
So all the work that we are doing is a matter of trust.
Yeah.
So if you don't get any trustful person, it's not, you are not going to recommend for any of our subscribers because at the end of the day, we are going to bear the consequence.
Yeah. Okay, so let's look at the next question. Said from Isaac, he said between cabbage farming, melon farming, cucumber farming, and tomato farming,
Yeah.
which is the most profitable?
Eh.
Seeing all, it says seeing how all of them grow within 120 days, so
Yes.
4 months, 4 months maximum. Said which one is more
That's the
profitable?
question. Coffee or raw. Because
For me,
all the crops that you mentioned, you see, tomatoes too is good. This year, the way they buy tomatoes, even
see,
onion.
for tomatoes,
Hey.
my experience in tomatoes, so I don't want to venture into tomatoes farming. You know what happened during 2020?
Yeah.
You know, we had a contract with one company, farming company, that they provided the seedlings, they provided the soil,
Mm,
and then all the coaching plus the nutrients and the pesticide to use was mainly organic.
yeah.
And the agreement was to buy the produce from us, so
Yeah.
we do not even have to worry ourselves with the market. All I have to do is to just do the needful, monitor it, make sure I water it, and I apply the
Yeah.
nutrient, do my pruning and every time. Then I got to the harvesting period. I harvested once,
Mhm.
second time. Then I saw that the the leaves were getting dry.
Yes.
It started changing, and we informed them. They said, oh, they are bringing us new soil, maybe
Oh,
it's
master.
lacking some nutrients.
Oh, don't
And
go.
they brought us new manure. We added it prepared one. All the plant died
Within some few days.
within a few days.
Let me come in.
I think, no, let me complete this thing. I think the person who prepared that manure
Mhm.
used I think it was just like the one from the soil from the boiler.
And I saw
There were,
that there
yes.
is a heat, a lot of heat.
So everything died. I
Hmm.
wasn't the only person that was affected. All the people that went to that tomato farming that period, everybody.
Who bear that risk? The cost.
We spent more than 4,000, 5,000 Ghana cedis on that
Oh.
project. It was a mini greenhouse,
Yeah.
and at the end of the day, I made about 200 Ghana cedis.
Hmm. Causing financial loss. Causing
So
financial loss.
tomatoes farming, I don't want to.
No.
It's like
Now your situation is quite different. Tomatoes is one of the richest business.
oh,
If
okay.
you go to my hometown, Tichimai,
Mhm.
Chigodom, Akomada, this year the way they uh, you can't money, but these vegetables, tomatoes, onion,
Yes.
and what again?
It said
Cabbage,
cucumber.
cucumber, they are old, but cucumber is out. Cucumber, the demand of apart from using cucumber for salad, you can't use it for anything.
Okay.
So there are some situations that they buy cucumber, but when you want to go into mass production, drop cucumber. That's the first advice. Then let's come to this cabbage, tomatoes, and onion. It depends on your location. When you go to Ada and Segi area, that is their work. They have a chart. These vegetables, it's not that you just sit down one day, I want to do vegetables, then you go and plant cabbage. No, you have to sit down and learn the chart.
Okay.
We have some occasion and some time that any of the products is a hot cake
Okay.
because it's a demand and supply things. Like, let me give this one for free. If you start the nursery around August,
Okay.
it's good. All the
For-
vegetables,
okay.
cabbage is good,
Tomatoes.
tomato is good, green pepper is good because August By the end of August, you do the transplanting.
Mm.
Maybe September, October.
Mhm.
By getting to October, November, December, getting to Christmas, you harvest your vegetables. And by all means, they buy.
Okay.
And also, even okra that you mentioned.
Mhm.
If you start okra, if you have irrigation system,
Mhm.
okra is the best. You start around November, December,
You
because
enjoy
in
that market
Ghana,
for a long
every
time.
February, January, February, every February, they buy okra in Ghana.
3 for 2 cities.
3 for 2 cities okra every February. And if you want to go into a vegetable production, when it is raining, everybody is planting. So the best is irrigation system.
Oh, okay.
When it is not raining, that is where you start
Your farm.
your farm. Or if you like, if you start this week, if you start a nursery this week, by 2 weeks time you do another nursery. Another 2 weeks you do another nursery, so that
Be in
when you
batches.
plant, it will be in what, in batches. That is how it's a chart that you use.
Okay.
If you go once and you fail, it doesn't matter, it's no good. For yours, it's different. Using that greenhouse, greenhouse system is quite different. If it's open fed, and even the type of seed that they give to you is also
It was
another
a
problem.
foreign seed.
Yeah, that is why.
Mm.
Because we have the seed that we use here, and it's good for our weather. Even tomatoes, when it's
Because this one
there
we
is no
harvest it
seed.
green. We
There's no
don't.
seed.
Yes.
There's no seed.
We harvest it green. We don't
Green.
even harvest it.
Yes, it's for salad.
Right. Yes.
Only that you don't get it right. If I were you, after continuing do it. Yes, you will win. Yes, this is our land. They produce water, everything. Then you have to enough it. Because land have to get a loamy soil, black soil for these tomatoes and in the greater Accra here. You see, our land is very salty. The acidic content is very high. So it's not all the places that you can grow some of vegetables.
No, it collapsed because they didn't refund the money to us.
Where is the money?
That the promise they gave us.
That's why we say that the money is not there.
So
Even
they have to close down.
you, the farmer, you fail. They couldn't get anything. How can they pay you?
You know, they said they're
harvested
going
the
to
first
provide.
one.
Pardon? They harvested the first one.
Mm.
We were taking care of it, so they were buying it from us. So after that, they will credit our account with the
Okay,
money.
with the money.
And they said they will provide all the nutrients we need.
Okay.
But when they provided the wrong one to us, not the wrong one, but they didn't do it well,
That's
and
where
that
the
caused the
failure started.
damage. And so all the farmers or all the people that joined that project that time, everybody was furious. They wanted their money back, and they couldn't pay back, so they had to close down. So that's how I lost
It's rather
my
unfortunate.
tomatoes business.
But quitters never win, and winners never
Oh,
quit.
yeah.
So try again.
Oh, even that shade net is missing. And now it's expensive now,
Yeah,
the
it's
shade
okay.
net. Yeah. But so he is asking, he said, between melon
Mhm.
and then cucumber and tomatoes, which one is the best? I think we still have to
In
choose one.
fact, if I say I can choose, because watermelon per se, someone can do watermelon 2 acres and gets almost 60,000. Someone too can do even 40 acres and get 5,000.
Why?
The same situation, timing, as I said.
The time.
It's
Oh, okay.
demand and supply.
So for watermelon, what would be the best time?
Watermelon, unless February.
February.
And that one too, if you don't have rains.
Irrigation
You
system.
see, the Ghana is very simple. It's demand and supply. When we have a lot of vegetables in the system, the price is low. When there is no vegetables in the system, the price is high. Then you ask yourself, at which time or at which point in Ghana that we don't have vegetables? It's a minor season, dry season, where people are not able to do farming because our farming is rain fed.
Okay.
So if it is not raining and you have water irrigation, small irrigation system, then you take advantage. By all means, other cucumber, melon or tomatoes or okra, you win. Even this year, why these tomatoes farmers had a lot of money is that we see Ghana, we import these tomatoes from.
Hold on. Please, it's offering time. Okay, the main offering on this channel is to click or smash on the like button. If you like the discussion you're following, please like the video for us or like the live stream for us so that it can boost our presence on YouTube. Yes, so please continue.
You see, these farmers won this year because these Burkina people, they were not able to bring the tomatoes and the onion from Burkina because of this Boko Haram issue. That is why. So there's no volcano tomatoes in Ghana,
In Ghana now.
and it became very scarce. So even the crate was buying around 3,005. They came to 2,000, came to 2005. Even as we are speaking now, the crate is almost 1,000 to, still is expensive.
Yeah.
So it depends on time and season. Yeah.
Okay. So I think you have to follow the chart. You have
But
to check.
for the maize, even if the price is not good and you have a storage facility, you can keep it.
You can keep it.
But for maize and cowpea,
Yeah.
you can keep it. But for the vegetables, you
You have
cannot
to. Yeah.
store it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So IBS Limited, I think is asking, it says, so if I am using planter, you mean I will need 5 times 2 kg equal to what, 10 kg times 5 acres equal to 50 kg of maize.
Yeah, I said that for a planter, maybe it will not reach 10 acres because planter, if you calibrate a planter for one hole for one seed,
Mhm,
one hole for one seed,
mhm,
for a planter, it will be less than 10 kilos. And even some maize varieties like Pioneer,
mhm,
they've packaged it in a way that even 5 kilo can plant 1 acre because the tester is small. Have you seen? If
mhm,
the tester is small, meaning that the plant population, or if you pick 1 acre, sorry, 1 kilo, the population will be higher than maybe Seco, which has a very big seed. I think you understand me.
yeah.
Yes, that's how it goes. So my friend, if you pick maybe a hybrid like Pioneer, they've already bagged it in 1 acre. If it's 5 kilo and you buy a used planter, it can be for 1 acre. And also, let me also say that when you say 1 acre, it differs. Even Greater Accra here, when you go to Ada and they give you 1 acre, even 2 kilos of maize can plant.
Mm,
Some areas, the acres are too small. But
mm,
you go to some areas too, you get maybe 75 centimeters square, 100 by 100 meters square. Have you seen? That is why we say that at least 10 kilos can go for 1 acre.
oh, okay.
Mm.
Okay. So and Isaac is asking that could Roman tomatoes be grown in Ghana?
Yeah, we have some tomatoes called Roma Savannah,
Mm,
and it's grown in Ghana. And if you want to grow that tomatoes, when you talk of seed, anytime we do germination test or you do test, if you want to go into commercial farming and you get a seed which is not familiar in Ghana, you use just a 3 months. You can use about 100 grams or even 50 grams as a test, maybe half acre or maybe half a plot. So when you see the performance of the tomatoes, then you can use that seed for mass production. And the season two tomato, there are some breeds to when you use it in the dry season, it's not good. So all these things, if you're able to try, but once in the system, the tomato that is in the system like Pectomic and Tropemic, we are using it and we know that all conditions go. But when it's a different breed, I think it's better you do some small trials before you go into mass production. You can even do it at your house, like home farming.
mm,
Sorry, yes, like home farming. Buckets and rubbers, you
and
fill with
ties.
you yeah, and ties you fill with this black soil.
Okay.
So you use that one as a test. Then you see the
Let me
performance.
ask, what
Yeah.
is black soil?
You see, they say black soil because the color is black. It's
Is
in
it
the
the
loamy
one from
soil.
the reference stamp
No, no,
or?
no, no. When you go to the gardens, they use that word gardeners.
Mm,
You see, those who plant the flowers and this, the this clay soil and this one is not good for them. So they have a special, they have a place, like maybe they have a road, you go to Rodoa, you see the very good land, the loamy soil. That is where they harvest the soil. And it's very bad. This is a black soil. It's a name, meaning that it's a loamy soil, it's a good soil.
oh, okay.
Yes.
So not the
And
one from the Ebola.
for that one you can use.
But some is no good. The way they do the bending,
The
the
boiler one,
smoke
it depends when the boiler that has been there for so many
decompose.
years,
Yeah.
it has discomposed. That is one, it's not the current one.
I said, God, Ashiagbo said you mentioned the name correctly now. Thank you. Okay, thank you. said,
That is why now we have a green fet.
mhm.
That is the organic manure, imported one.
Okay.
It's like the same poultry like this.
Okay, so we have Gad Ashiabo again. He said, have you tried hmm, Kabamano hybrid maize seed before?
Oh, my brother, I heard it this year. One of my friends in Atebu
Oh, there's a seed like that.
has tried it, but I've not getting the results unless maybe July, August.
Oh, okay.
But one or some see that
What's the name again?
it's very long. That's why you want carbon. It's a yellow maize.
Yes,
And well,
Kabamano.
yes, but what I've realized is that the cap is somehow short.
Mm,
Although it has started, we have not harvested it.
mm.
That's what I've realized. So maybe by July, August,
You can be able to
we are can be
confirm.
able to confirm. And what I've tried and tested, although I've not harvested, and see that is going to help is a Morgan. There is another hybrid which came this year called Morgan.
Okay.
It's very good. It's very good. Although I've not harvested, I've done some trials, but looking at the way the cups are coming and this thing, I think it will be very good.
Mm. Okay, so we have IBS Limited. Said my farm is in Nigeria.
No, okay.
Thanks for your explanation. Thank you too for joining. Okay, then he said we are processing Gary on farm presently. How can we preserve bags of Gary, and for how long can we keep them in 50 kg bags?
Mm,
Gary preservation.
Gary preservation. If you want to preserve Gary, unless when you are drying, it will make
Become very dry.
it becomes very dry,
No moisture.
no moisture. One thing Gary hates is a moisture. Like hybrid tea, if you keep it in an air conditioned room, that is what I like. But Gary don't like moisture.
Mm,
And I think you can keep it for 3 months, but it's not advisable to keep it for about 1 year. If you
mm,
keep it about 1 year, the instead of crop.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
You even have
Yeah.
get
And
some
also, if
pest
you want to keep
beetles.
it for a long time, the bagging, you don't need the bag. You need the polyester or the cotton.
Plastic. Oh,
No, you don't need the plastic. You need a bag that has a lot of space. Like
okay.
in the first, we have that bag that they use for cocoa. It's a
Mm,
pure cotton, and you have a space air can
oh, okay.
enter inside. That one you can use. But if you need any polyester or any polythene bag, it's not going to help.
Okay. So I hope your question has been answered.
And also, Gary, if you like, you have to. It's agro processing. So once you are going into Gary production, you have to know how to bag it, so that you can bag it in 5 kilos, 2 kilos, so that you can sell it fast.
Mm,
Gary is a moving product. It's all
okay.
about packaging. When you package it well,
Does it
one
have
kilo,
season?
is it?
Gary, does it have
No,
season?
no, no, no.
Okay.
It's good for the students like us. As we eat Gary, it's okay. It's good. You see, the packaging, if you want to go into Gary processing, my brother or my company, I'll advise you um, to start with that. It's agro processing. It's a very good business.
Mhm.
You see, if you do production, processing is good, but you have to think about packaging and the way you sell it and the way you get it. Gary have a lot of markets. Yeah. Even this government people can buy all your Gary, but how
Yeah.
to reach them? It's a marketing strategy that you have to apply.
Yeah.
Even you can package it well and you give to this young boys and girls and sell it in the traffic to fetch a lot of money.
The packaging.
The packaging,
Packaging.
that's where African problem lies.
Yeah. So maybe one day we have to look at packaging of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have God again. He said, what will be your advice concerning drilling a well or getting a land near a water body? Since it is clear irrigation, it is clear, I think that
Yeah.
irrigation is the key to profitable production from your explanation.
Getting a land close to the stream is good. When you get
What of the
a
drainage?
yarn, I'll come to that, but I'm talking from my own experience.
Okay.
Last 2 years, I had about 5 acres of cabbage
Mm,
at Afiena.
okay.
When I went, the stream is like a dam,
Mm.
but it's about maybe like from here to Afarwa police station. It's getting to 400 meters.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, 400 meters. So I bought 3 inches pipe
Mm.
and I lay a pipe down
To the stream.
to the to the stream
Is
from
it
the
a
farm to the
dam?
dam, but it's a
Yeah.
very big dam. So I lay 4 inches pipe and I bought this water pumping machine.
Mm.
So anytime I want to water the farm, then I use the pumping machine.
Okay.
Yeah, and in fact I was able to do the farm without any challenges.
Anytime. Okay.
For that one, maybe you lease the land for long time, maybe 3, 4, 5 years. If not, and you do all this investment for 1 year or for one season, it's not going to work.
Mm.
So if the land is for you or you get the land for a long time and it's close to the stream, it's good.
Mm.
But if you want into go into drilling too is good. But unless you get a drilling company which will give you 100% assurance that the well that you are going to drill, you can get enough water.
Mm.
Because in a dry season, at least every 2 3 days, you have to spray.
Mm.
And if the well is one, you cannot do a lot of acres. And for vegetables, it's not the number of acres that you do is going to fetch you money.
Mm.
If
But
you do
the-
even
okay.
1 acre and you keep it well, you get your money, even half acre.
Oh,
But
okay.
if you do 5 acres, 10 acres, and don't keep it, you're not going to get anything.
Mm.
So when you pick the well, you see that the acreage must be less, so
Mm.
that the well the water in the well can able
Because
to
even during the dry
supply
season, you not get the water in
the well
abundance.
in abundance.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. It's true.
But in that case, if you start maybe February, March, you are expecting that maybe if you start February, you are expecting that maybe from March
There'll
and then
be
you
rain.
get some small rains.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. So that's the difference. So I hope your question has been answered. Isaac said, "Thanks for your Input. That was very helpful. So thank you."
Okay, thank you.
Okay, then we have IBS again. It says some says we can put them in plastic bags to preserve them for long. The Gary is
For
talking
the
about the
Gary.
Gary. Yeah.
Oh, me, I'm just from a Gary factory. Sorry, Gary community.
Mm,
So what I'm giving is very practical.
okay.
But if it has come that if you put in a plastic, it can be kept for long, then it's good.
Mm,
Because when I was young, our hometown, Tichima,
mm.
and we used to do Gary, and that is
Yes.
how we preserve it.
Yeah, we're
But if
also
now,
doing.
yes, but if now we have a plastic that we can keep it for long, then it's good because I left the Gary process system for long.
Mm.
Maybe now new ideas have come,
Oh, okay.
and we are welcome with that ideas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've exhausted all the questions. Is there any other question before we end the live? Any other question?
Um,
Mm. Yeah, we have 7 people now. He said, also, in our value added production of maize, how long can we preserve dry maize in bags of 50 kg?
Maize, you can preserve it for almost 1 year, but we have a chemical that we use to preserve maize.
Mm,
In the near future, we talk about maize storage. Once we are going into maize production,
mm,
if the price is not good, you dry it well, and we have a chemical called phosphorus. That is what we use to preserve maize. But
okay.
it depends on the number of. It's a very dangerous chemical, and that is what we use for storage, either maize or beans.
The,
The phosphorus that I'm talking about.
okay.
Yeah. And it depends on the number of years, the number of months that you want to use
Keep them.
keep them. That will depends on the number of the tablets that you have to put into the 50 kilobytes.
Oh, okay.
At times you can put 2 tablets.
Mhm.
At times you can put just 1 tablet.
Mm,
At times you can put 3 or 4 tablets,
mm.
depending on the number of years, the number of months that you want to preserve the
Oh,
maize.
oh, okay. So if you
Yeah.
put like 1 tablet, how long will it last?
This question I'm not tell me that I will use it next 2 months. That is what we do because like beans, that is why at times we use and using some means this people at times we hear this stomach problem. This is you can also hear of food poisoning. is because of storage, improper storage. If you
Mm.
don't use the chemical well, it will affect you.
Oh,
Even
okay.
for that chemicals, if everyone will use, if everybody, if you buy it from me, I have to show you how to do it. Or
Mm.
if it's not even far, I'll go with you and
And
show
then
you how to do
do
it.
it. Oh,
Because it's very,
practical.
very, very good, but it's also very dangerous.
Mm.
And that's why at times you don't want to see if you
In
use one
certain, yeah,
tablet,
yeah.
even the tissue that you have to wrap it with a tissue.
Mm.
And the number of months that you want the maize or the beans to spend depends on the number of tissue that you have to wrap it.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
somehow technical. That is why
Wow.
I don't want to
Yeah,
tell
yeah,
you
it's
that
true, it's true. I
put
agree.
one tablet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so God again said, what is your experience with drip irrigation? Any notable things? Drip irrigation.
Drip irrigation. Um,
Say John, the NBI.
Drip irrigation is good. Drip irrigation is good. If your water system, if it's a you have a borehole, it's not from this water company that you get today your pipe will not come tomorrow. It will, and you
Mm.
have a constant supply
Mm.
of water. Drip irrigation is good
Yeah.
because for that one, when you realize that the seed or the nursery or the crop needs water,
You
then you
just
open.
open it, yeah. The valve.
Yes, if you see that the moisture level is good, then you close. So for
Mm.
that one, you can control. And we have irrigation sprinkler too.
Yeah.
Sprinkler too is the same thing.
Mm.
All the irrigation system are good, but the source of water is what matters.
Yeah. So even if your farm is close to a dam, you can still practice do the drip
You can
irrigation.
do the drip irrigation and
Yes.
or any type of
Because
irrigation
John too, he get the water from the stream.
from the stream there.
Yes.
Very good.
He
That's very
doesn't
good.
use it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Okay, so he said, finally, do you do consultation in Afram Plains?
Hey, Afram is my base. Yeah, you see, let me tell my subscribers, we are here, but we have a farmers in Nigeria,
Okay.
Zimbabwe,
Mm,
Zambia. We always talk to them.
yeah.
Now the technology is very broad.
Mm,
In a video,
you
even in
can be able
WhatsApp
to.
chats.
Yes.
Oh, maybe I'm in a farm. I want to do fertilizer application.
Mm,
How am I going to do?
yeah.
Is your level there? Then I talk to them. Do this, do this, do this. Then we finish.
Yeah.
Or when you want to start a farm, you get time. Either you call me or on WhatsApp, you get time. I want to start a farm. Then we sit down and go through all the processes.
Yeah.
Then it will start by I have one of our subscribers, Mr. Ferris. Mr. Ferris, good evening and happy Father's Day. You see, the farm is at Damango.
Mm,
When they started, Mr. Wachide is the term. Then I gave him herbicides to
mm,
spray,
mm,
and it was perfect. Then he sent me a picture. After last about 3 4 days, they've grown. See,
mm.
although I'm not in Damango, but I'm following all the practices.
Yeah.
You need a seed. I need a seed for 40 acres. This is so much. Then he sent me money. Then I bought the seed,
Mm,
and the seed is there.
okay.
So by next 2 weeks, when the rain starts, you just pick the seed to Damango.
Okay.
Then maybe when you are even provided to up to fertilizers.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's what you do. And one thing is, if you start the farm with us, we are going to manage the farm with you. But
Mm,
if you start somewhere and the problems come, at times we advise you, but maybe you
yeah.
will not get maybe concrete solution.
Yes.
Because when you buy the seed from me, chemicals and everything, I'll follow up and see how things are going.
Yeah.
So anytime I worry my farmers, anytime I call them, I have not received the pictures. I want to see the farm because I don't want anyone to fail.
Yes.
Yes, that is what we do.
Okay. Said Isaac said, which of them is safest to go into relatively? I want to follow up. I think we talked about, for Isaac we have talked about cabbage and tomatoes, watermelon and cucumber, and he's asking which one is the safest to go into relatively.
No, no, you say cabbage, watermelon,
Yeah, tomatoes, cabbage, watermelon,
maize.
maize, and he's asking which one is the safest.
If you don't have time, maize will be the safest
Yeah.
because when you plant maize, 2 weeks after germination, then you go for weed control or maybe fertilizer
Fertilizer.
application.
Yeah.
When you apply fertilizer and weed control, if not because of army well, it can take you about 3 4 weeks before you go there.
Mm.
But vegetables, if you don't have time, don't go into vegetables. Every day you have to be there.
Maybe the marketing.
Every day you have to be there. For the money, they all fetch money. But if you don't have time, don't go into vegetable production.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that your question has been answered. And for the maize too, at least when you finish harvesting and you cannot even sell it at that moment, you can store
You
it.
can store it.
But for vegetables, you cannot store it.
And one thing is the maize farmers. The second season is about to start too.
Yes.
Now
So
let me use the opportunity. The land preparation is now.
it's now.
You have to start your land preparation now because we are in June. Today is 18 June.
Okay.
You have to start your land preparation so that by maybe first and second week of July, you start your planting.
Planting.
If your land has been cultivated for a long time, then maybe June ending, you can start your land preparation because make sure that second week of July you plant your maize.
Okay.
Even if your area is in the forest zone, the latest should be ending of July. And even for that one, I don't entertain because you don't know when the rain is going to stop.
Oh,
So
okay.
when you start around second week of July, by all means, even if the rain stop around October, you get your yield.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. So let's start preparation now. Please, the coconut farmland is still available. So it's limited though. If you know you have consulted me and you haven't come back, and I don't know, you're waiting for some years to come. Maybe by the time you come, no, that's yes.
And also, now before we close, a bonus for our subscribers and farmers. As I said the last time, the maize production and all crop production, the bigger cost is the plant nutrients, which is the fertilizer application. That is the highest cost.
Okay.
And this year we are lucky enough to get a company, ETG Agro Ghana. That's the FACOM. They are doing farmer sustainable program, and we have negotiated with them, and they reduce the NPK and ammonia for us, and it's for our farmers. So
Okay.
if you are interested, we can because it has reduced by about 30 to 40%. Yeah, and it's good, and it's within the term. It's not sustainable. It cannot be there for the whole year. So if you are interested, you can call Lotus so that we can do provision for you because for all you know, by next month, July, August, you may need the NPK and ammonia. And when the demand is high, the price is also go high.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's better you prepare yourself now. If you know, by all means, you go into maize production, or you may need NPK and the ammonia. You can talk to me later so that you know how best we can reduce the price for you, so that you can do a number of acres. If you get more money, then Ghana to enjoy.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I said IBS said I know the tablets you talk about, and I used them in our last dry maize production. But some of the maize was rotten. Is it rotten after some time? I only intended to store the maize for maximum 1 year.
It's a two things.
Yeah.
Let me
I think you also
also,
said the dry it should be
yeah,
very dry.
let me tell my subscribers one thing. We have the first season maize that we are going to harvest around this. We started April, May, June, July. That is the first season.
Yeah,
We
they
are
harvest
going
for
to
the
harvest
first
because you harvest the maize in the rainy season,
rainy season. Oh,
and you
okay.
not get time to dry it.
Oh,
So for
okay.
that means it's not advisable to store it. That is why I've advised my farmers that in the first season, if you want to go into maize production, just go about 1 or 2 5, not more than 5 to 10 acres. But the second one, which start around July going, you can go into 100, 200 acres. Because by the time that you harvest, it's around November, December. You can leave it for even last year. My means I harvested after January,
Yeah, I
and it will
remember.
dry automatically. You
Oh,
can store it if you know put tablet, you can store it for almost 6 months to 1 year.
oh,
So we have
okay.
the season and the type of maize. If you know the moisture level is high, no matter
You
the
can't store
tablet that you put in, you still lose it.
get rotten.
Get
Oh,
what?
okay. Oh, okay. So I hope you the question has been answered. So that could be a reason why your maize got rotten. Okay. So we said, IBS said, thank you so much for your advice. Really appreciate. We also really appreciate. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Then we also have God Ashiago. He said, thank you for answering my questions. Yes, thank you for joining too. And you have made this live so
Very,
lovely. This is
very
our first
interesting.
live here, and
Oh, and it's
it
very
was
good.
really interesting. I really
Yes, yes,
appreciate
yes, yes,
you
yes.
all joining the live.
You are not going to lose when you
Yes,
take farming as a business.
I hope you
When
enjoy
you
the
lose
live.
the first season, go to the second season until you win.
Mm.
Winners never quit and quitters never win.
Are you talking to me?
No, 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 no. I'm just talking to our subscribers.
Because I said
Our
I'm not
people.
going to
Oh,
tomato
no, no, no.
farming
This one is going
again.
your mouth to Masa.
Oh, it was an experience though,
Yes,
so
yes, yes.
it doesn't discourage me from doing
No, no, no.
new things.
Because
No.
I'm saying this because in maize production, when you get a virgin land,
Yeah.
although the land is good, first year or first time, if you are not careful,
Mhm.
with all your experience, you will lose your land.
Oh, okay.
Because the land is fertile, but still it's very hard. But when you plow it continuously, then the land becomes soft. So for the second, third season year going, it's a lot of profit. But first 1 year, if you're not careful, you lose. But if you
Oh,
lose,
okay.
still continue for the next year. That's
Wow.
why I'm giving this experience.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. So, do you have any other question again before we end this live stream? It's almost 1 hour, 30 minutes.
Oh, that's good.
Why? Yeah. Any other question? So then, by the next 2 3 minutes, we end the live stream. Please like the video or the live stream if you haven't. What's the new quote? What's the new quote of
Costs.
cost?
Mhm.
Okay, I think quote. Cost of what?
The MPK.
The NPK. Yes.
For the cost, when you talk of cost and prices, at times it's not all that general.
Mm,
You have to call depending on the number of bags that you are buying.
and
Even
then even
even the location where you are sending it to. When you are buying it from here to Tamari, in fact, the price that I will give you, I will speak to the company. It will be more lesser than the one maybe you buy in a greater Accra here.
oh, okay.
So at times we consider a lot of this. At times you have to correct your ID card and this. But for my farmers, I can do that for them. I can use my card to buy for them as a commercial farmers. Yes, is
Mm,
that a lot of you have to bring your ID card, your information and everything before you get that sustainable listing. But because my farmers, I have group for commercial farmers. So when I order for commercial farmers, I'll just add your quantity to it.
oh,
So
okay.
for the cost, my brother, please I beg you just call us later so that we talk about the
Say you call
price.
you.
Okay, depending on the quantity that you want and when you are sending it to. And that would be good. Thank you very much for
Your
this live
time.
streaming, your time and everything. This Father's Day,
Yeah. Happy Father's Day.
all
Oh.
the men in this group and in this our stream, we wish you happy Father's Day. And we are praying that you be not just a man but a responsible man. May God bless us all.
Amen. Please make sure that that's the last question said. Eric,
Another
I guess
question.
Eric is
Pastor,
now
let's answer.
joined. He said, Eric said, we nearly ended this live stream. Said, um, let me mention the full name, Eric Chagli
Yeah,
or Chagli
yeah.
or Chagli. With the army worm, is it possible to spray the farm even before they attack? And if you do that, will this stop them?
Oh, this is a preventive measures. It's
Mm.
good. If you get a systemic chemical which is good, it will be perfect. When you spray before, they will not even come. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's good.
So it's good.
Preventive is good. Even I mentioned it.
Yeah, I think
That
it's
is a
okay.
preventive measure.
Yeah.
Maybe that my brother was a bit late,
Okay, so
but
you
I think
say
that's the last question.
before and then I think, and if you do that, will this stop them?
Yeah, it will stop them because when it's lay eggs, you see, for armyworm they lay eggs.
Mm.
That's why the preventive measure is good.
Mm-hmm.
When you spray, when they lay eggs, you will not see that there is armyworm on the farm because as you cannot see with your naked eye. But when you spray and educate the eggs, automatically the eggs will not hatch. to become a web, to become a lava, to become a.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So what if even the time you are spraying, there are no eggs on it?
Then that too is going to be
Will it stop them?
when they lay eggs, because there's a chemical on the maize, the eggs cannot hatch,
Oh,
and
okay.
that one too will stop.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I hope the question has been answered, Mr. Eric. Okay. So any other question before we click on the end
I think
stream?
we've got the last question or another question again.
See, like I said, at
Yes.
what stage do you have to spray? So for the
Um,
armyworm.
from 2 to 3 weeks after germination, you can do that.
Okay.
But for that one, if it's 2 to 3 weeks after germination and there is no armyworm, any insecticide that you use will be not should be not more than 30 mils,
Mm,
at least 30 mils, because there's no damage.
okay.
30 mils will be okay.
Mm,
Yeah.
you are here. So I hope the question has been answered. Any other question before we click on the end stream? Okay, so please make sure you watch our new video on the channel on beans farming, cowpea production. We have posted it this afternoon. If you haven't watched it, please watch it and please watch it to the end so that it will help boost our videos to go out for people who needs that information to be able to get it. If you also need a coconut farmland or any a farmland to start farming, you can get in touch with me and I'll take you through the process so that you can start farming this year. And then I'll Mr. Boachi too. If you need him for any farm consultation, you call him and he'll be able to sort you out. Sometimes we're also busy doing other things, a whole lot of things. So if you call me or you call us or even send us message or I'm not able to respond to you at that moment, please bear with us. It could be that we're also doing something, but we don't miss any information. At the end of the day, we still respond to your call. Yes. So don't get angry about that. I remember yesterday somebody messaged me. I was in church. I couldn't respond. I told the person, I even came out. I told the person I'm in church. When I close, I'll get in touch. But I messaged the person back and it's not responding again. It's like the person's angry with me. Please, I beg you, don't be angry with me, okay? Sometimes it's like that. Yes, so he said, Eric said, yes, thank you and happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you too. Yes, we really appreciate you. You people have made the life better and great. Great. If you haven't clicked on the subscribe button, the like button, please do that to boost the video for us so that we've answered a lot of questions so that it can go out for more people to get answers to their questions. So we call it a day. We'll see you another time. We'll plan again. And Mr. Patrick is a very busy person. Sometimes it's not easy to get him
That's
on the
the plan
channel.
again for that one.
Yes, yes. So if you have any question, anytime I do a post, you can put the questions there so that when we come on the live stream like this, we go to answer all the questions one on one like this. I really like the interaction today because some of the questions you cannot be answering them under the comment section.
Yes.
Yes, it's verbal, it's not typing.
Yeah.
Yes. So please, if you have any question, just put it under any of the videos, or even if I do any post on the community tab, you put the questions there. I'll take note of it. I have a lot of questions, all the questions that we answered. I did. If you ask any question and you don't see me responding, it's because I don't want to miss that question. Anytime I respond to that question, it get lost. I don't get it again to even give a proper response. So sometimes I just keep mute. I don't even respond to it so that I can be able to answer the questions well. So you see, I have some questions here like this. See, I didn't touch it. Those are the questions we
Yes.
talked about, we answered today. Yes, I didn't even do anything to it. Now I'm going to just refer the people to the link to this video so that they can be able to get answers to their questions. Yes, so we call it a day. We'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Yes. And
Program.